But no, do we address like the asterisk next to Hulk Hogan's name? Do we address like the comments?
It's kind of amazing.
The Alamo said something after he passed away.
A tribute to him.
Yes.
Edward, are you settled in?
I'm here.
All right.
We're here. We're settled.
We all got our new fancy head cuts.
Yeah. I know,
That's
right?
good, man.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, man.
You can feel the back of my head.
Ian's peacocking. That's what he's doing right now.
That's right. This is my peacocking era.
Welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host, Nelson.
I'm Ian.
Ed.
We are all here. We promise nothing political.
Nothing is different.
Nothing is different. Everything is the same.
Everything is the same.
So, Ian, go ahead. You wanted to start it off. What's going on?
We're going to talk about a bunch of shit today, but I mean, what a fucking week.
Yep.
What a week. If you don't know, we lost fucking the guy from the Cosby Show. I forget his name.
Yes.
Malcolm.
Rubio?
No.
He drowned. Did he drown trying to save
He drowned.
Whoa, I
was
didn't
he
know
trying
that.
to save someone?
I heard he was trying to save his kid.
Good man.
It's a shitty situation.
That's a shitty situation.
I wasn't a big fan of the Cosby Show, but
looking
apparently
up his name. Okay.
Yes.
Apparently he
Malcolm
was in
Jamal.
He was in Wakanda forever.
Oh, Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yes.
Was he
Yes.
in Black
There we go.
Panther? Someone said he was in Black Panther.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well,
Let's see.
a lot of people remember from the Cosby Show. Anyway,
Yeah.
we lost him, but we lost also two giants this week. We lost Ozzy Osbourne.
Yes.
And then literally 2 days later, we lost Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
In 1 week.
it's pretty wild.
And I cut my hair.
Both.
Yeah, and you cut your
my
cut your
God.
hair. Oh yeah.
What a week.
Both technically were complications post surgery. So Ozzy had Parkinson's. He had a surgery for something to help alleviate some of the symptoms. Got an infection, got worse, and then it just started spiraling from there.
That's why do not get back surgery unless you're sure.
And I haven't confirmed it yet, but apparently Hogan was going under for surgery for something himself, and that's when he had same thing, infection.
He died of cardiac
cetera,
arrest, and I'm actually
cetera.
amazed
Yeah.
that Hogan made it as long as he did, considering what he'd done to his body over the years.
era-
Both of them, to be honest.
The era of steroids and wrestling that he came up in.
Everybody else he was with, Warrior, Savage, they're all gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're all long gone.
What's crazy is like somebody like Ric Flair,
Yeah.
who is the epitome of body abuse, is still kicking.
I did not peg Ric Flair outliving Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan. I did
Here's
not.
the thing.
Yes.
I don't think, because Flair was a big guy, but I don't think he was a steroid big
No, but he
guy.
was a boozer. He was a user.
Yeah.
He was all of those things.
So for all you people at home, steroids is worse than alcohol.
yeah, agreed. Yeah, but Hulk Hogan, iconic. I mean, he was what drew so many people to wrestling.
Yes.
He was the American image of the poster boy for WWE for a very long time.
Eat your vegetables and vitamins and say your prayers. He left out the $10,000 a month in steroids, but
Yes.
his message was strong.
It
message was strong.
It was. And you know what? Even though he did things on the side, he embodied that wholesome character. He was the WWE's Superman, essentially.
Yes.
Like he could do no wrong. He
Yeah.
was their golden boy.
It's a good week to shine light on like the bad shit about steroid abuse. There's also, if you follow the fitness industry, there's another guy, Ilya Yefimchik. They called him the Golem. He was supposed to be one of the largest bodybuilders on earth. This guy.
Damn.
See this dude all juiced up.
Yep.
Died at 36 yesterday.
Yes. Wow.
So if you haven't got the memo yet, fucking steroid abuse to that level is bad.
Bad.
Your heart just quits. That dude died at 36. He's 2 years younger than me.
Being that
Yeah.
large puts a strain on your body that if you have any weakness in there that is just not quite found yet, it's going to pop, and it's going to pop early.
Right. Your heart is a muscle. When you
Yeah.
take steroids, your heart gets bigger. That's a condition
Like
called
the,
cardiomegaly, brother.
The first fitness
That was a nice
guy
impersonation.
that kind of had passed away suddenly, Ziz.
Yeah.
It wasn't Robin Williams?
The family hasn't put out
you dare.
specifically what had happened, but it has been essentially been leaked. He had some kind of a genetic condition that just wasn't known about.
Right. Steroids exacerbated.
And then, exactly. Steroids put the extra strain and just heart gave out.
Yeah.
And that tends to be when they die particularly early, is that heart gives out. It's a muscle, and it can only do so much work. And when you're putting that much more strain on it,
Yeah.
that complication that would happen at 45, where you have that age where men just randomly drop, and it's like, well, that was that heart condition that you don't know until it happens. Yeah, you're gonna drop at 36. You're gonna fall 10 years earlier.
Yeah. Right.
And that's just because of the strain you're putting on your body.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was a rough week. Me personally, I took Ozzy a little harder. Not that I wasn't a fan of pro wrestling. It's just like the whole golden era.
Yeah.
Like the Savage. I grew up watching WWE in the Attitude Era, like a lot of us did.
Yeah.
I missed the Hogan wave.
Yeah.
I had an action figure of Hogan when I was a kid, but to me, Ozzy's music had more of an impact on me than Hogan's wrestling did, just because of how I grew up.
Yeah.
It just, the one thing that amazes me about both these guys, and maybe you guys can agree or disagree, they're both originals.
Right.
Like before Ozzy Osbourne, there was the Beatles. But who was like Ozzy before Ozzy? He literally is considered the godfather of heavy metal.
Right.
Before him and his unique, weird, like he was a weird guy when he came out back in the 60s. And that's what birthed metal.
They say that he's the equivalent. He's like our Biggie Smalls, Ozzy Osbourne,
Essentially.
to like the rock
without
or heavy metal community.
Without him, there is no Judas Priest. There is no Megadeth. There is no Metallica.
Essentially, there is no heavy metal without Ozzy.
Without
I think
Ozzy Osbourne.
the first, I want to say, because it was Black Sabbath the first time they tuned down guitars, was it not? Because the guitar player, he worked at a metal shop.
Tony Iommi.
He had chopped off a piece of his finger.
Wooden.
So he had to tune down the guitar to be able to play it because he had lost a piece of his finger, and that changed the sound.
Yeah.
And that in itself became like a way of tune your guitar down. It sounds different. It sounds more ominous.
In the 60s, everything was about peace and love.
Right.
Everything was anti-war and everything, which Black Sabbath was still anti-war.
Yeah,
One of their famous songs, War Pigs.
The song War Pigs. I mean, listen to the lyrics.
It's a parody of the War Machine.
It is an absolute anti-war anthem.
Sure. Now,
And he made music, he said, to go out to San Francisco and scare hippies. That's what Ozzy said.
hell yeah.
And I appreciate that.
So outside of this, in the same kind of a category, Ben Askren. I don't know too much about this story other than he got staph infection.
Staph infection.
He got staph.
Double lung surgery he needed.
Double lung transplant.
He got staph that he let go.
Yeah.
That he just said, oh, it'll work itself out. And it found its way in. We all have staph on our skin.
Right.
Yes.
When it finds its way into your body, it can become a problem.
Once it's in the bloodstream, ooh, you're fucked.
Yeah, he got sepsis. It started to multiply inside his blood. It found its way to his lungs, and this rare, I guess, strain of staph he had destroyed his lungs.
Yeah.
Right.
Just annihilated
Have
them.
you seen the videos? Like he looks like another
awful.
person.
He looks
He's
awful.
a skeleton. But
Yeah.
He'll never be the same.
It's
after that.
another
No.
moment
Somalian pirate.
where people that hate Jake Paul have nothing to say because he was the one that fronted the money for him to get the double. He gave $500,000.
Yes, he did.
$500,000, yeah, for him to get a double lung transplant because his insurance said, "Nah, fuck you, die."
Yeah.
Yeah, and the people, but between the people, like a lung transplant in the United States can be anywhere in between $400,000 and over $2 million.
Right.
That's what you're looking at in American healthcare, and I hate to say it. Ed's absolutely right. Ben Askren's insurance company said, "Fuck you. You're on your own. You gotta do this."
And he's guaranteed. This isn't a like you might live. No.
You're gonna die.
Absolutely will die
Without lungs, you're dead.
a lung transplant.
You're dead.
There's no way around it. You are a dead man.
Jake Paul backed up what he said. He donated money. Dana White donated money. Between the wrestling community and the fight community, they paid his medical bills.
Yep.
The fan community between wrestling and MMA saved his life.
He's got
And as beautiful as that is,
long way to go, but it shouldn't have to be that way.
Yeah, exactly.
sure.
As beautiful as that is, like we live in a society where that shit should be handled already.
Yeah,
like,
it's
and
a shame.
Seemingly getting worse because a lot of things are being ripped away from good people.
This
and
wasn't-
it's
this
Well,
wasn't-
maybe if we kill more CEOs, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this wasn't
send a message, bro.
it wasn't
Free
a
Luigi.
situation of like, no, you're more likely to get better. This was you are absolutely dead. Whoever said no,
Yeah.
you basically just killed that man.
Yeah, at the insurance company, they looked at the bill, they reviewed it, and they said, "No, this man's going to die.
Yeah.
You sentenced Ben Askren to death."
Yes.
Someone at his insurance company, whatever his insurance company is. But that's just, and then people wonder why there's frustration. People
Right.
wonder why someone guns down a CEO in New York City and there's a raise of applause.
Outcry
I wonder why.
of fucking good for him was so shocking because that's how many people that lost somebody
It could be your loved one.
because the insurance company said no.
Could be your loved one. Could be your mom.
Yeah.
And then their insurance company looks at the bill and goes, "No, we ain't gonna cover this.
Yeah. No,
You can't afford the treatment."
It's fucked up. It really is.
Not everybody has a Jake Paul that'll donate money.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's true.
And good on Jake Paul for being one of Ben's previous opponents and recognizing Ben's contribution and stepping forward and helping him
Yeah,
out.
and I want to say he is an honorary Puerto Rican. So just in case, You guys were
Born in
wondering.
fucking Ohio.
Honorary.
Born and raised in fucking Ohio.
We
Him and his-
accept you. We accept you into our ranks.
Jake and Logan are cornbread. All right, they're Ohio.
They are cornbread, plátano eating
Yes.
motherfuckers.
Listen, Puerto Rico's probably beautiful to live and train in.
It is.
Anyway.
It is.
But
So
you know that's another sad fucking thing that we deal with there.
Two essentially giant
Icons.
figureheads of two different arenas are gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and in the same instance that you can say, like how Ozzy emerged, created a genre of metal, disappeared, was fired from the band for drug use, came back. He had so many reinventions through history. He became an icon. Hulk Hogan in the professional wrestling, Vince came out. You know what I mean? And Vince has been hiding in the shadows because of
everything that he's done.
But he even came out and released a statement. He couldn't stay quiet. And he came out and said, without Hogan, there is no me. There is no professional wrestling. Vince McMahon, called Hulk Hogan the greatest professional wrestler of all time. And he makes a very good argument.
I can't disagree. He set
Without
the
Hogan,
golden standard for not only you got to talk, you got to have charisma, you got to have personality, you got to be able to be physical in the ring.
Because there were stars before Hogan, but before Hogan, wrestling wasn't as big as it was.
Nope.
There was the Ivan Plitskys, there was the Bruno Sammartinos, there was the older generation.
Was small markets just in your neighborhood, maybe 2 or 3 states.
Right.
But Hogan was national.
Yeah.
And then became
Rocky III.
international.
When he stepped in, he forced everyone around him to step their game up because he was so good. You had to have the Macho Man, Randy Savage's,
His
the Ultimate
rivalries
Warriors.
became famous.
Oh,
with Rowdy Piper and the Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man and
Andre the
slamming
Giant.
Andre the Giant. He participated in some of the greatest moments. Even when he came back, he elevated The Rock's career.
Yeah.
His match when he was Hollywood NWO Hogan, his match with The Rock at WrestleMania,
You know how
sent
big-
The Rock to like
New
stratosphere.
heights. But do you know how big at the time when the NWO came out?
That was the biggest.
It was the
fuck you to
biggest,
everywhere.
like, because he said he would never be the heel.
And he became
then
the
he
heel.
became the heel.
Yeah.
Yes. And I remember growing up when NWO came out,
Everyone had the shirts.
Everybody had
All
the
the bad
shirts.
kids had the fucking
Everybody
NWO
wanted to be
fucking
the
shirts.
NWO.
That's right.
Yeah. So
I mean, that might have been the start of the anti-hero being a bigger thing than just the niche in the comics. Like,
Yeah.
Punisher was always the anti-hero, but like Hogan going heel, it became more cultural of like, yeah, we're rooting for that guy anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah.
right, it's crazy. So I enjoyed Hulk Hogan's performances as a child. He really kept me into the WWE, and then I left for a while, and then the Attitude Era is what brought me back.
Right.
Yep.
Those it was WWE versus WCW.
Yeah. The Monday Night Wars.
Those wars sparked interest again in me
Yeah.
of what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
But also to credit, that was Kevin Nash and Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
Those were the two the bad guy with the fucking toothpick. They went over there and they started some shit. But when Hulk Hogan came and joined, it blew it the fuck up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was, I think, the first time in history that WWE was taking a backseat to ratings to another company.
Yeah.
They were the UFC who all of a sudden Slap Fight is like, we are the big dogs now. You know what I mean? Back to that Somalian captain. You know what I mean? On the boat. We are in charge now.
Do we address the elephant in the room? Do we address like the asterisk next to
Is
Hulk
Margot
Hogan?
here?
No.
Oh, you said the elephant in the room.
Jesus Christ. We're gonna tag her in that one. But no, do we address like the asterisk next to Hulk Hogan's name? Do we address like the comments? Do we do that?
I mean,
do we do it?
he's-
Do we address the fact that you can be an imperfect person but still have a larger than life
I mean,
I think
persona?
we are all imperfect people.
I
right?
agree.
I
Let's
think
be
we're
honest,
all
he's-
fucked up on some level.
I had to justify the other day in the middle of a case. We're putting the patient to sleep. We're strapped
Right.
to the table. We're talking. My scrub tech is Jamaican, and my CRNA is a black girl from Baltimore.
Right.
And I had to justify that I don't think Hulk Hogan's racist. And I looked like a villain. And at least I didn't have a ponytail when I was saying it.
I mean,
anymore.
just in the same way, look at where you have even Joe Rogan as well, and all the
But at least Joe's a comedian.
and all the people that have
I mean,
come
I'm
out,
tired of that excuse. Fuck Tony Hitchcliffe.
all the people that have come out on their side of like, look, we know he said it, but we also know who
Right.
he is. You've had Booker T come out. You've had several other big celebrities where it's like,
Yeah.
look, we get it. he's said some things.
He said some racist, dumb shit.
We've all said some things. We were just lucky that we weren't being recorded and broadcast out to the world afterwards.
Yeah, I did appreciate that Booker and Devon both came forward and said, listen, Hogan stuck his neck out for us and gave us careers, and he put us over when he didn't have to.
Yeah.
Who else? The one dude, the guy that played Zeus, the guy that was in The Dark Knight, he's Friday.
Oh, yeah. Debo.
He said, he's like, Hogan and me worked together. We had our rivalry. He's like, he was never racist.
Yeah.
He invited me out to dinner. He's like, he
did the movie with Mr. T.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, I think that
Mr. T came forward and said, there ain't no fucking way Hogan's racist.
Everybody can have bad moments. Everybody can say stupid shit.
He said some dumb shit because he's from a different era. He saw that his daughter was in a relationship with a black guy, and he probably thought, he probably didn't approve interracial, which he's got old world views. What he said cannot be defended. It was a dumb fuck thing to say, and it was a backwards ass comment.
It was.
I do not believe that himself is a racist person. I don't believe he is.
He
did more good than he did bad.
I think a lot of times we are judged by our worst moments instead of the history of our good moments, on our good achievements. And it's kind of fucked up, but it is kind of how the world works, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you could be this great person doing so many fucking good things, helping so many people. Nobody sees it. You do one fucked up thing and then like, oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, could be, but it's also, it could not be.
We're all human and we're all imperfect.
Yeah.
Every single one of us.
Yeah, I think it's fucked up. Speaking of...
So now we address that asterisk. Come on. Rest in peace, Hulk
Rest
Hogan.
in peace, Hulk Hogan. I mean, look, Ozzy ate a bat.
He did, but in his defense,
it was tasty.
No, in his defense,
tastes just like chicken.
They used to throw rubber bats on stage,
right?
And he was probably very fucked up during the performance. He had no goddamn idea that was a real bat until he bit his head off and then needed rabies shots.
Yeah. So, oops.
Maybe
he pissed on the Alamo. He pissed on the Alamo and got kicked out of fucking Texas.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of amazing.
The Alamo said
the
something
Alamo
after he passed away.
A tribute to him.
Yes.
They were,
they're like, yeah, we
he made the Alamo more famous.
Here's the spot where he pissed.
Yeah.
I would use that as like a whole. They're going to rename the airport in Birmingham. They're going to change the name of the airport.
They could put a plaque on the Alamo of like,
here's where Ozzy pissed.
Here's the wall he pissed on.
He was wandering home drunk after a show in Texas.
Do you think that
pissed on the Alamo? He thought it was a building.
If a dog walked by and sniffed his piss, it would probably be high, right?
He had to be told to sit down by security at a White House dinner because like George Bush addressed him, Bush Jr., and Ozzy stood on the fucking table.
Amazing.
He's just who he is.
But you need people like that to keep life exciting.
Yes.
Yep.
Right? You need the original people to go out there and do their thing. There was this interview with Erykah Badu where she was saying, she's like 90% of the people are like sheep. She's like, then you have these 10% of people, these outliers, these creators, these people that are not afraid to be authentically them, and that's what makes them larger than life.
And that was definitely Oz.
That was definitely Oz.
He didn't sound like anyone before him.
Right.
He just showed up.
Right.
He just showed up, and he was weird as fuck, and he birthed a whole genre of music.
I mean, talking about people larger than life, you got World's Strongest Man, Eddie Hall's record.
Wow, yeah.
Half Thor, Bjornsson breaking it 505 kilograms.
Which is what in American?
1,113 pounds.
Thank you. We speak American here. Don't you give me stone or fucking kilograms or meters.
Listen, man, we need to address the fact that maybe, just maybe, America fucked up when we went from meters to inches. I mean, dude, like... What the fuck is 12 inches?
We are the innovators.
And don't show
me.
We
are authentically us. What is millimeters?
Do you know why we're not on the metric system?
Why?
We're better than them.
The boat with the weights and measures that were the standard to be used sunk and never made it here, so they just went, fuck it, use what we have.
Goddamn right.
That's literally what happened.
So we got feet. And yards and miles. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That is
imagine
not
walking
the rest of the world.
Not
imagine
properly indivisible.
Hulk Hogan walking out to 19 stone. Get the fuck out of my face.
Now listen, stone is a terrible fucking weight measurement as well.
I love watching
it's
a Tyson Fury fight, and it's like standing at 21 stone. Like, out
of my face.
That's a lot of stone.
Each one is like 16 pounds or some weird shit.
Yeah, we can get the fuck out of here with that.
But yeah, that record that stood for 9 years is now broken.
Nice.
So, and the weird thing is, he says he's got more. Yeah. After watching him deadlift, I think he has more.
He could have, yeah.
He's got another couple weeks. I think it might be another month, and he's doing Giants Live in England, and he's going to try 510 kilograms.
Damn. So when are we going to try this? I think I could go on Giants Live.
I mean...
They can lift me, right? You know what
I think me and Ed together could hold the bar and deadlift and still not even touch that. Maybe all three of us. I don't know.
That's a
with
lot.
straps, I can get 455.
Yeah.
So count me in for another 5.
So yeah,
what,
no,
what do
no,
you got?
no. Even both of us together wouldn't deadlift as much as Thor. He's a
They're
different
built
type
different.
He's a different type of. Well, he's 6'9", 420 pounds. Yeah, that's a
wild.
solid boy.
He's a big boy.
Not to mention you factor in the Iceland genetics, like the fact that his people were Vikings.
Yeah.
Like I what
Do you
want me
take
to do?
shrooms before you do something like that?
I would hope not, because you would freak the
You
fuck
go
out.
high and
Bro,
mighty.
they set fireworks off after
What if
he
you
hit that.
summon
I
the
mean,
eagles,
ugh.
when you're high, like, come to me, come to me, Odin Force.
I mean, I
None
don't
of
know
that
if it
shit
would.
going
I
on?
don't know if it would hurt, but I don't know if it would help either.
Right? You might have some more supernatural strength, because you're not really in your head thinking about it. But that's something you have to
you're
prepare for.
Too busy looking at your ancestors in front of you because
Yes.
you're hallucinating.
Yes.
But I remember I made sure to watch the stream. I was watching the fight yesterday in Abu Dhabi, the UFC fight, the fight night, and I also was watching at the same time, had a stream set up for the deadlifting competition, Eisenhart in Germany.
Damn.
And I was just waiting. I mean, his fucking warm-up deadlift was 430, so
Yeah.
it was like 980 pounds.
Yeah, 430.
That's his warm-up.
Nice.
And then 470
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah, let me warm up my back with 980 pounds.
That's how I feel every time I go to the bathroom.
Oh, shit. It's like fucking, it's insane. And the 980 goes up like, he just stands up.
So easy.
Yeah, just
It
like
was
you told
silly.
him to stand up. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
That's fucking crazy.
I can't even imagine being that strong.
So we need to touch on this because it was amazing. Not touch on that. Touch on this.
okay.
Wait, don't touch on this
I was
either.
like, Ed,
Wait,
Ed,
no,
Ed.
yeah. Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll touch on it.
It was great. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the movie from beginning to end.
I mean, we were talking to some jujitsu people yesterday, and the topic of Fantastic Four and Superman came out, and I almost would say maybe see Fantastic Four first if you only have a chance to see one.
Yeah.
I would say, out of the two of them,
I
Yeah.
mean,
See
they
Fantastic Four.
really fucking nailed Fantastic Four.
Yep.
they did. It's the first Fantastic Four movie that actually makes it feel like a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
Their whole style they hit
Yep.
captured it.
That
it was the
futuristic,
Saturday morning.
like stuck in the 70s
50s,
vibe.
70s,
50s,
yeah,
I love that whole vibe. The aesthetic was amazing. I liked that it was bringing superheroes back to superheroes.
And I like that it was. You didn't need a backstory.
No.
It
We
was
know who they
self-contained.
are.
It was
We know who they
self-contained.
are.
Yes.
And they nailed Galactus.
Yeah, Galactus was awesome.
They nailed Galactus. They
Yeah.
didn't make him a fucking cloud.
Yep, they did,
They
yes.
actually did him justice. They made him feel like the universal destroyer that he is.
Yep.
Yeah. And Silver Surfer was done really well as
Yeah.
well.
I'm fine with that being my Silver Surfer.
Yeah,
Nailed
was,
it.
It was fucking great. I liked the dynamic between Thing and Johnny Storm.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like Johnny had to be this annoyingly over the top jerk. Like it was playful banter.
Yeah.
That was funny. They felt like brothers.
were a family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is what they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's yes, there's little antagonistic back and forth games, but it's really all in good fun and humor. It's not like he's trying to piss off Thing. It just so happens that like if he does, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to compare. Like, people were like, oh, well, who do you think's better, Superman or Fantastic Four? Me personally, I just think for once in a long time, we had a great comic book movie month.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you see
We both ate good. Whether you were a DC fan or a
Yep.
Marvel fan,
I
we
agree.
actually had good movies. this
whichever
month.
one you see, you're not going to be disappointed.
Yes.
No. And I feel really happy for DC fans.
Yep.
Imagine being a DC fan. You finally get to go to the theater and
Yeah.
watch a movie in your universe that isn't a pile of shit.
And
Yeah.
enjoy that motherfucker, right? Yeah, no,
Like,
I agree.
You're always leaving the theater after like Aquaman 2 and going, why? Why? You know,
I
like,
know. Or that Wonder Woman. This first Wonder Woman gave such high hopes
It
that
did.
when you got to the second Wonder Woman, you were like, "What the fuck?"
yeah, and then but then you saw
What are we
Justice
doing?
League and realized, oh, they just used the bad guy from Wonder Woman. I was like, God damn it! Can we
Yeah.
do different CGI, please?
Yes. So
Ares and Steppenwolf for the same fucking thing.
as far as the two movie endings, I thought one was amazing. Spoilers coming up. We had the after credit scenes.
Yep.
The first after credit scene featured Franklin and Victor Von Doom.
Yes.
That was fucking sick.
Just the silhouette of him was enough to send the theater into a fucking
Oh yeah,
panic.
I fucking loved it. The second one also sent the theater into a tizzy, but in a reverse tizzy. They're like, "What the fuck did we wait for?"
You waited for a cartoon clip.
Yes.
It was hilarious. but also well done. I was like, well played, Marvel. Well played. You made us stay here. We watched this stupid cartoon thing, and now people are probably going to go back to Disney Plus and check out the cartoon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
should.
Like, it had that old school vibe to it. But I loved the movie from start to end. I thought the cast was fucking fantastic, and the way that the movie went down, the CGI was great. The script was great. I was really pleased with it altogether.
I'm very happy with, and I know that like it's getting played out. It's almost like a thing. It's called Pedro Pascal fatigue. It's like because he's in everything.
It did take a minute to go, oh, it's Pedro again, and go, right, it's Mr. Fantastic. Okay.
He can act his ass off.
He can.
Yes.
Like the way he sounded like Dr. Reed Richards.
Yes.
Like I was like, dude, like even the way he's talking, I was like, this man gets into his
nailed
roles.
it. He nailed it.
He gets into his roles. Like it's completely different from when you see him as Joel or when you see him in. I mean,
there's a
fucking killed
reason
it.
he got the role, and the reason why he keeps getting other roles because he does embody the character.
Yeah.
But there is a level of like, I've seen this motherfucker's face everywhere.
While we were at the theater, there was a poster of him on the wall in another movie.
I didn't. Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? Look, The Rock did it. Tom Cruise did it.
But
Brad
unlike
Pitt did it.
unlike
strike
The
while
Rock,
the iron's hot. It's like you're only gonna be the biggest name for a short while. You got to squeeze out as many of those big roles as you can because you don't know when the big money's gonna come in again.
unlike The Rock, Pedro can actually act though.
He puts asses in seats. What I would say is too, like, I was happy to see people back in the theaters for
Yeah.
both movies.
Both movies were pretty much packed.
I would still say that out of all the movies out this summer, I still think F1 is the best movie.
Really?
Yes.
Even more than Fantastic
Even
Four.
more than Fantastic Four. But that being said, for the first time in a long time, we had a month with good superhero movie releases.
Yeah.
There's literally, you would have to really nitpick to find something wrong with Fantastic Four First Steps, and you probably just have to be an asshole to find something wrong with Superman.
Yeah, I agree. There was a trailer for another superhero movie, James Gunn related, Peacemaker.
Yeah, that looks good.
Looks really good.
It looks good, and I like how he's bringing together his world. You can see him start to twist things.
Yes.
Like Rick Flag or whatever from Creature Commandos and the father of the guy that was killed in his version of the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
He's starting to twist things together, and actually, it shows that I don't mind watching.
Yeah.
I can watch a mature audience's Peacemaker one.
Yes.
I don't want to watch
Yes.
a little Pakistani girl with big glowing hands dance. I
What?
don't fucking
You don't
want to
want
watch
that?
it.
You don't want that?
Not my cup of tea. And I respect Disney's ability to go ahead, make it for who the fuck you want to make it, but don't make it required watching.
No,
Yes.
exactly. And it's
Each piece needs to be its own little contained thing,
Sure.
while also connecting on the periphery.
Yeah.
it
So
could
that
have-
it doesn't have to be watch everything to keep up.
Yeah.
it could have had its own phase, right? If you wanted to be like, this is the Young Avengers, this is the teens section.
Right, and it
Here's
shouldn't
for
be
the
required
kids.
watching.
Right,
You shouldn't
right.
have to watch the fucking Punisher, which is like him smashing people's heads with a sledgehammer,
Well, that-
and then have to watch Durka Shining
Well,
Hands.
that was the
Durga-
problem. Was like you had
Durga Shining
you had to
Hands.
watch all of these secondary shows, and some of these shows weren't really made for the big audience. They were
Right.
made to bring in a different audience. But if you didn't watch them, you didn't get the context of the next movie. That was the problem. The
Right.
movie needed to be self-contained. The shows needed to be self-contained.
Right.
So that when you watched each one separately, you weren't feeling so lost.
Yeah, you
and
shouldn't have to
didn't
watch
have
Avengers
be
Doomsday
forced.
and be like, who are they? Like,
Yes.
that shouldn't be happening. Like, because
I agree. Even like Thunderbolts, as good as it was, and I do think it's still a good movie. Some people felt like, yes, if you didn't watch the TV shows, you didn't know who these characters were.
yeah, it
But-
was also too. It was too. The only thing about the Thunderbolts is it was too predictable.
Right.
Like we all knew, oh, she's gonna talk him out of being
Right.
a fucking bad guy.
They
And it's like-
needed a villain that they could touch. Like,
Yeah.
as cool as the scene was where the Sentry fucked everybody up, it just shined a light on, oh, there's nothing you can fucking do.
The reality
Yeah, it was
is,
even Fantastic Four going against Galactus, it was like they were losing.
yeah,
they were gonna lose.
I
till
was
Silver Surfer
I
stepped. They were gonna
personally
lose.
was
Yeah.
thinking, going into Fantastic Four, oh, they're gonna open with like Rocky. They're gonna make them lose on their first movie.
Yes.
And then in the Secret War, the War world is where they get their redemption. Like they're the linchpin
Yes.
that save everybody. But Fantastic Four, they tend to win the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they did it their way. Like, it was still outsmarting the hubris
Yes.
that Galactus had. Galactus did not think that they would be able to like okay, there was a point where they switched the kids, and he's like clever monkeys or whatever the fuck he called them.
Wow, he said little bugs. Wow, bro. Jesus. Okay, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. James Gunn can use monkeys, but I can't.
Listen.
So he was astonished that they could outsmart him for a second.
Yeah,
but he didn't think that they could outsmart him to stop him.
I didn't like his ability to like just see things. Like he's just like
To scan.
Yeah, he just knew stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he's a cosmic being. He essentially is limitless power.
Yes.
The power cosmic,
Yeah.
The only person there that actually has any ability to do anything against him is
the baby.
Franklin.
Yeah.
And depending on which comic you read, he is Franklin. So there's a version where Galactus gets destroyed, and Franklin actually, as an older, takes his place as Galactus.
Right.
Because he's a necessary being. And you find out that Galactus isn't destroying worlds randomly.
Right.
He's actually searching for worlds with the eternal guys,
Celestials.
the celestial
Celestials?
seeds. So he's consuming planets with celestial seeds to slow down how fast they're reproducing, because they'll just fucking wipe everything out. So it ends up being where
He's a celestial
He's a
seed farmer.
necessary evil.
he is a necessary evil.
He's a catfish.
So you have the Celestials creating, and he's destroying. He's the balance to the Celestials.
That makes sense.
So there is one where, he gets taken out, and then the balance gets thrown off. Franklin is the one that steps up and becomes Galactus.
I liked where he
It
went
takes
into
over.
Dormammu's world and just ate Dormammu.
That's great.
That was one of my favorite versions. He's like shows up in Dormammu's universe and goes, "Nah, man."
I would have
I'm
liked
here
to
eat
see
you."
like baby Franklin like stand up and just do like a cannonball into Galactus, like roll and knock him out. You know what I
By
mean?
the time he's like 7 years old, he can fight Galactus.
Yeah, I was almost waiting for him to do a little glowy eye and
Yeah.
be the reason that last push
Yeah.
Yeah.
is from the baby.
I wouldn't have been mad at that either. Yeah.
Nah, because I forget what age Franklin is when he creates pocket universes in his hand. I know it's young.
It's like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the time he gets 7 years old, he can fight Galactus.
But I mean, at the fast forward at the end of the movie, he's like 4 years old, and he's already burned through like,
Yeah.
some pretty heavy books there.
Yeah, there's a reason that
The-
like when they list the strongest things in Marvel, like it's like they discuss Franklin Richards in the same discussions as like the one above all, the Beyonder, like
Yeah.
the living tribunal. Like like Franklin Richards essentially when at his peak is God.
Yeah, he
Right?
can
He can do what
he
God
can
does.
outright create universes.
Yes.
That's pretty wild. I like that. So you have some horror movies that you were putting us on to. What was that?
No, there's just a movie coming out in the beginning of August. It's called Weapons, and there's a lot of hype behind it. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of push, and from the trailers, it looks good. It's got chick from Silver Surfer. It's got Thanos, Brolin.
Nice.
It's got the guy that plays Wong.
Okay.
Yes.
He's in it, and I can already tell from the trailer that he becomes something bad. Like, there's a scene of him chasing somebody, and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking
It's
terrifying."
just-
That's pretty great.
It's nice to see creativity in horror movies. I
Yes.
think for a good 15 years, almost
shit.
20 years, it was essentially the same body horror formula.
Yeah.
And that's all that was really happening with horror movies, because it was cheap to produce and kind of put out there. And
Yeah, and then there was the found footage one.
Yeah.
It was all like from the camera's point of view. Then
Yeah.
it was like the Paranormal Activity fucking one. It's just
So it's nice to see like, oh, people actually trying to come up with new ideas in the horror space.
yeah. And this looks like it. And it's from the director of Barbarian, and Barbarian was a sick movie, but it was a scary movie. It was original. You know, it was a unique idea, and it had the guy from oh my god, it had the guy from Jeepers Creepers. I'm trying to the dark haired dude that's
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those peepers?
which is another which is another good horror movie before they had like 4 of them.
I will look him up. Jeepers Creepers, main actor?
It's like something long. Oh my god.
yeah.
Listen. It's just his name. It's just his name.
Justin Long is
Justin
actually
Long.
his
That's
name.
his
Yes,
name.
something
Yes.
long.
Something long. Yeah, Justin Long is his name. And it was
Ian's always looking for
a good
something long.
movie. Barbarian, if you haven't seen it, it might still be on HBO Max.
Nice.
It's, they go into this like abandoned neighborhood. It's like in Minnesota or some shit. And like there's this secret tunnel network under this really poor neighborhood that just has a bunch of homeless people in it. And living in the tunnels is this giant inbred chick. And I mean like 6 foot something, super strong with long
Right.
nails. It's terrifying.
So you're
Yeah.
a super mutant.
Living in tunnels. She doesn't like sunlight, so you have to get outside the house. But then the problem is at nighttime she runs around the neighborhood. It's very unsettling. If you watch the movie, it's a good horror movie, but it's gonna fuck you up a little bit. It's got some unsettling shit in it.
So the other thing that we were discussing was movies with bad endings, right?
Yeah.
So you were discussing
movie
your
The Mist.
favorite movie.
The Mist has
with
by Stephen
bad
King
endings.
is the most horrible fucking ending. I mean, it's not. You could put it in the list of some of the most horrible endings in any film ever. But that'd be my pick. I mean, fuck. If you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna ruin it for you. But I mean, The Mist, Seven.
Yeah.
Like, there's movies out there with endings that just crush you. You're like,
Wait a
how
second.
can that be the end of it?
I liked the ending of Seven.
I liked it too, but
It's on the list of top 10
it's
worst endings
awful,
of
though.
all time.
It's awful. Like,
But
what's in the box?
Right? Shouldn't it be awful though? Like the movie's tone was pretty bad the whole time. Like,
Yeah, but it's
they
as
were
bad that
chasing
the
this
serial
bad
killer
motherfucker.
wins. Like, it's like he wants Brad to do something and he does it. And it's like,
I'm okay with the bad guy
Killing him
winning
is not the
every
right
now and
answer.
again.
I can't remember the name of the movie. It was a demon that possesses people. And you think finally like
With Denzel Washington,
and it wins. It
the
wins.
devil
Fallen.
fallen. Yeah,
It gets down to
He
like
always sings.
a cabin in the middle of nowhere.
Is on my side.
And then you see the
Yes, it
fucking
is.
cat walking away. You're like, oh, you motherfucker.
That was
Yeah.
good. But that was like the movie kept you guessing. And when you walk out of a movie, I like walking out of a movie like Avengers, the first one, right? The Infinity Wars. He snapped, Thanos won. And everybody in the movie theater gasped.
Yeah.
They were pissed. And it's like, you know what? That's fucking dope.
It's good.
It
though,
was
'cause
his
sets
movie.
up- Yeah.
Now, the second time we watched it and you know it's coming, it was so much better.
It was.
Because when we went the next day in the theater and when everyone is gasping, I couldn't help but break out fucking hysterical laughing. Like people were like starting to cry because they just didn't see it coming. It's like you don't realize the movie's coming to an end. They're not winning.
Yeah.
And everyone is still like, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? He's going to win.
That's cinematic gold to me, right? You know who trained us for that? It was the WWE.
Yeah.
Like bringing it back. Like sometimes your guy isn't gonna win at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the biggest match of the year, and John Cena's going home empty-handed.
And
Hulk Hogan's
and-
going home
and they like to
empty-handed.
piss people off.
Yeah.
They like
Yes.
to do it.
Yeah.
Good guys don't always win.
Because any reaction is a good reaction when it comes to those things, except for like, okay, the movie was shit. No, if the movie's good and then it delivers something unexpected,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
like that movie Life. The movie Life with the alien in space
Oh, I thought-
kills Ryan Reynolds in the
Yeah.
beginning. That was a fucking bad ending.
Yeah.
Because like you think they're gonna shoot the one space pod out in the space with the alien in it and Jake Gyllenhaal in it, but something happens where it gets reversed and like they shoot the canister out in the space with the girl in it.
Yes.
And like she's just being shot into the void of space, screaming, and you know she's just gonna die cold and starving in the
fucking
void.
amazing.
And the one with the alien and Jake Gyllenhaal in it crashes on Earth, and like. The alien's just in the pod, like Jake Gyllenhaal screaming at these, like it's like the crashes in the ocean of Cambodia.
Yes.
and like these two Cambodian fishermen are trying to open the pod, and Jake Gyllenhaal's screaming at them like, "Don't fucking open it!" And like the aliens in there, like, "Just open that fucking
Just
pod.
let me out, bitch.
I'm gonna
Let
get
me
out.
out."
I'm gonna get out and absorb every fucking person on this planet." Like it's like, dude, no.
That's
Like,
amazing. That's amazing. Mrs. Doubtfire, another shitty ending.
Wow, man.
He gets his
Wow.
kids back at
Wow,
the
you
end
fucking-
after
wow. Well, yeah.
what? You know.
Come on, man. Like,
All right, I'll let it go.
in a week, we lost so much.
Ah, yes,
Come on,
yes.
let's
And so I'm giving you something.
Let's not
to
be
think about.
reminded of what else we've lost.
Eddie, what about you? Any movies or TV shows that had a terrible ending?
TV shows is a lot, but
TV shows. Kyle XY was the worst ending of a sci-fi show to me.
I mean, there's so many. Kyle XY, 4400. So many shows where they just drop off. You're like, hey, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
I was invested.
Yes.
At least tell me what was going to happen next.
4400 is an underrated sci-fi show. If you haven't seen it,
haven't seen it.
really fucking good. And like Eddie said, until like maybe like the last season where it didn't quite deliver, but that show started off so hot. Like, and it was one of those like Lost kind of shows. You're like, what's going on? How did this happen? How did these people get here? Why did they disappear? And it's like letting go a little bit every episode, but every time it gives you something, it takes something away. You know, and it was a really good show for that premise. And it had this, like, were they abducted? Are they superheroes? Are they people out of time? Like, vibe the entire way. Because the way they were telling the story is that the people that came back didn't remember.
Yeah.
So it was all fragmented, putting things together.
People from like they'd be like 100 years ago they disappeared and now they're back.
Yes.
So like it was a very odd way of like these people just all appeared out of nowhere and they all got superpowers.
Yeah.
And
some of them not good and some of them good. So some of them were like, they're like, why would they send you back or bring you back with this power that's essentially like murdering people like the plague in all of these towns and shit like that. So it was cool. It was a good show.
Saw had a good ending. The first Saw.
Saw.
I mean, it was sad. It gave you that pit in your stomach, but like, it's like nobody expected the killer to be on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like nobody expected that body on the floor to be the killer.
Yes.
John Doe, that's another show where like they just dropped off in the middle of nowhere and it was a big mystery kind of thing.
Yes.
He kind of sort of had superpowers, but not really, but maybe. And like they're finally getting to a point where like it's getting good and they're running into like a weird secret organization underground thing and then they're just like, and we're not finishing
And we're
it.
done.
It literally ends on like a scene where like he comes out of a hatch after fighting some of the bad guys and it's like, fuck you.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Take a guess. We're not telling you.
another show that's not coming back that I thought was actually pretty good was Wheel of Time. So we're not going to get an ending for that. either.
No, we're not.
You'll have to go read the book.
There was a mixture of
Not happening.
mixture of like not enough people watching it. Even though I thought it was solid fantasy,
I did too.
I thought it was solid fantasy, and it had a decent production.
Yeah.
But you know, I thought it was as. I mean, if they're gonna do this Rings of Power bullshit, they might as well fucking.
I mean, well, that's probably it. They're like, we have to keep one going, and
Yeah.
I agree.
And
Keep
the
Rings of Power alive.
amount of money they
That's it.
spent to do Rings of Power, they're gonna try to get their money out of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. And
Well, they should have just dialed back on the budget for Rings of Power and given a little bit the Wheel of Time.
Nah. Fuck that. Get rid of Halo. They don't need any more Halo. You know what I mean?
We never needed Halo.
We're done with the boys.
Keep your helmet on. Get actors that actually respect the source material.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Disney. They know all about
Yeah.
that. They'll help you out with that. Jesus.
Well, I think it has definitely been a week of just unexpected things.
Yeah, it's been an emotional roller coaster. We lost the Hulkster. We lost the Prince of Darkness.
If you need a smile, I say go see the Fantastic Four, Superman,
Or F1.
or F1, and you'll enjoy yourself. Otherwise, sit at home and cry about Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in
And
peace.
the other guy
What
too.
Joel?
Guy
Sorry.
from.
Sorry, other guy.
Jamal,
Other guy.
Malcolm.
Sorry.
You
Warner.
picked a bad week to
Oops.
die.
Oops. They go in threes, and you're the lower of the three.
That's right. I'm
You think
sorry.
like he's up in heaven, like God, I can't even have my own week. Like
No.
the very next day, Ozzy, like you couldn't, get rid of somebody else, like
I mean,
lower
let's be
level.
honest. I mean,
Did he die before Ozzy? I thought he was after.
He was before.
It was before.
Was he?
He was before. It went him, Ozzy, Hulk.
Yeah. Another thing that was pretty good was the ending to Sandman 2. We'll talk about that next week. when
Next
you guys
week.
catch up.
Yeah.
I like what they
watching it.
did, but it definitely became a show about dialogue.
Yeah.
This whole second season
Lot of-
is very
There's a lot of gender fluid people too.
dialogue, gender fluid. Yes, that is true. Enjoy.
As long as they keep doing it correctly, like they did the first season,
Yeah.
so be it.
No, they did but it isn't like if you're going in there for like action fantasy, it's not that.